Ready for these waitlist questions?
Yeah, question one. Getting off the preferred waitlist at Georgetown. I recently got put on the preferred waitlist at Georgetown Law. Any advice on what to do or not to do to give myself the best chance of getting off the waitlist? I
Do
actually
you
am
know?
curious if is there even like a lower tier, or is
No
like
way.
preferred the lowest?
No way. There's only one waitlist. They just call it the preferred waitlist.
Oh no, I think there's more than one at Georgetown. I've heard of they have different
Really?
names, but I think the lowest one is still preferred. It's like,
Oh, there's like
um,
preferred plus.
yeah, premium or top. Just no
Uh,
matter what you get, you feel like special. This is America, Everybody's
platinum
got it.
preferred plus.
Like when I
Okay.
buy those, it's like I get a subscription. It's like, oh, what are my options? And they don't have like basic like we do. They have like, premium and then premium plus and
All right. You got
platinum.
waitlisted at Georgetown.
Yeah. And okay. And how do I write an effective letter of continued interest? Thank you, Anonymous.
Well, all right. Why do you think they waitlisted you?
They want to make sure that you're still interested in their school
Well,
and
I got two hypotheses.
your numbers aren't good enough. Yeah.
One, your numbers probably aren't good enough to make you just a clear no-brainer admit. That's almost always the case.
Mm-hmm.
Two, yield protection to some extent, but I don't think they're waitlisting people who have excellent numbers. I think they'd be trying to lure you in with a scholarship if you were like overqualified. I just don't really see a lot of that happening. If you're a 180 and a 4.0, is
Mm-hmm.
Georgetown really going to waitlist you for yield protection? I don't think so. I think they're going to be like, would you like a full ride?
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to just look at the 509 report real quick. I am shocked, Ben, how many people still don't know about ABA 509 reports. It is just like I can't even describe it, how much of a crazy advantage it is to know about these 509 reports.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to know they exist. The magic search term is Georgetown 509. You're going to see a standard 509 information report. This is something that the American Bar Association requires all ABA accredited law schools to produce every single year and publish on their website. I'm scrolling down. Well, actually, it's right at the top. Georgetown had 10,000 applications in 2019.
Okay.
They admitted 2,000 of those people, which is an acceptance rate of right around 20%.
Yep.
But only 550 of those people actually enrolled.
Okay.
That's a number that Georgetown doesn't like. Georgetown, in order to preserve the mystique or, generate the mystique of Georgetown, they don't like it that only 1/4, like they admitted 20% of the people who applied, but then only
And
1/4 of those people accepted them back.
it's surprisingly low. I actually thought yields were generally around like 70% or
No
something.
way. Yields are super low because people are smart enough to apply to multiple schools.
Yeah.
The
Hmm.
majority of people who got into Georgetown
Yeah.
probably also got into other top 14 schools. And that's what happened here is 1,500 of these people were like, nah, I'm going to Harvard, or nah, I'm actually going to take that full ride from whatever, George
Yeah.
Mason, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why Georgetown waitlisted you. You're either on the bubble, in which case they want to be sure that you're really interested before they admit you,
Yeah.
because that's the worst case for them, right? Is they admit somebody who has marginal numbers,
Yeah.
and then that person says no to them. It's like, shit, the upside wasn't even there for us,
Yeah.
right? So and that's probably the case. Your numbers are marginal, right? Their 25th percentile LSAT is 163. Their 25th percentile GPA is 3.5. So maybe you're a 3.5 and a 164 or something, and you're like, okay, for Georgetown. So they waitlisted you. You want to give them the impression that you're going to accept their offer if they admit you. So you write them a letter of continuing interest. Does it matter what that letter looks like, Ben?
Well, I would say most people struggle with something to write. In your question, I guess you're assuming that like all you're doing is expressing that you are interested and that's what they want to know. That's it.
I think you just write them a professional letter that says, thank you for putting me on the preferred wait list. I would be thrilled to join the class of whatever. Please let me know if there's any extra information I can provide. If you have an update, you could give them an update. Like you applied 4 months ago, but now you've been promoted at your job. You could say that. But I think it's very formulaic, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right. I would say the most powerful update is a higher LSAT score, but that's also just going to be revealed to them through LSAT. But it wouldn't hurt to notify them to make sure they got that message.
Yeah, or I just got my first, if you're still in undergrad, I wanted to let you know that I just got my first semester grades back and my GPA has now increased to a 3.6 from a 3.5. That would be something worth putting in there. But otherwise, I think you're just ticking a box. I mean, I think that they literally just want to know if you like them back again. They know you like them enough to apply in the first place. Now they're giving you like a maybe. Now they want you to come back with a like, no, I'm still into it.
So you're saying this is kind of like a dating app.
Absolutely.
Someone messaged you and now you're messaging them back.
1000%. It's just like you're opening up some kind of a conversation. They want you to look lawyerly and interested. I don't think you need to overthink it. I think you need to write a 2-sentence or 3-sentence professional email to say, yes, I am interested. I would accept if they're your number one choice and you would go there no matter the cost, you should probably say something like that.
Yeah.
If they're not your number one choice and you're only going to go there if you want a scholarship, probably don't lie to them and tell them that they're your one true love, because you want them to offer you money if they admit you.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah. You got it.
Dear Ben and Nathan, wanted to thank you, blah, blah, blah. I used the LSAT Demon website and Fox Logic Games book to study for, that's called the Logic Games Playbook, by the way, on Amazon. And I made significant improvement in my score. That's good. I applied to quite a few schools and have a few questions after listening to your previous episodes. I am very aware of how to write a letter of continued interest and plan to do that for each school. However, I have also been told that you should overly communicate with the admissions office and almost be up their ass about getting in. I was very hesitant to do that when hearing that advice and was not sure how I even do that. Do I email them questions or check in on waitlist status? I know you can email with updates to your application, but with COVID, I really have not had many updates like volunteer work or new scores, etc. Basically, is it beneficial to email the admissions office every once in a while to remind them you are still there, even if you already sent a letter of continued interest? Is it better to just send the letter and be done? How do I go the extra mile when being on a wait list without annoying them? I've researched a lot about wait lists and also asked others, but I'm not sure what advice to heed and what advice to throw down the drain. Thank you, and I really hope to get this answered. Best, A. Okay.
I feel like for most people, they don't have the emotional intelligence to do this effectively. I think that if you can open up a line of communication with the admissions office, but make it not seem like you're opening up a line of communication and trying to be up their ass about the admissions process, like you make it a natural email conversation that makes sense, I think it could be an advantage. It puts you top of mind for that person. The problem is most people can't do this without
It's
seeming
it
obviously like just
it
obsessed.
it really is a dating type of a situation,
Yeah.
right? Like it's a flirtation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fine line between giving somebody, you have to let them know you're interested for sure. And you have to let them know that you're still interested.
Mm-hmm.
But you also don't want to be like super desperate or annoying to where they're like, I get it. God, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So it's a professional flirtation. I think you're totally fine sending one email a month. I don't see how that could, I think you can find a reason to email them once a month.
I
You
think
can
that's the
even say
key.
like, hey, I don't want to be annoying. Just want to let you know that I'm still interested in your school if you admit me. Thanks.
That's
Acknowledge what's happening, right? That's not like the game is a secret to them.
yeah.
So, you could even say something like, hey, I've read online that you're supposed to stay in touch with the schools that you're interested in. I just wanted to let you know that I am interested in your school if you admit me. Don't want to be a bother. Let me know if there's anything any extra information, obviously. Thank you. How they can't get pissed off about that once a month.
No,
Now, if it
they
was once a
can't.
week,
Although I would only do that if I ever use that language once. I think you have to like you there are ways to ask questions, but you also can't ask stupid questions that are already on the website. You don't want to become overly self-aware and start like making these emails long, right? It requires a certain amount of just putting yourself in the other person's shoes and imagining getting an email from someone and trying to respect their time, but at the same time being friendly or even saying,
yeah.
hey,
If
I'm
you
going to be, I don't know.
if you can develop a face-to-face relationship with one of these people, that would be great. I know that lots of schools are doing like video informational interviews or whatever. If you've ever met somebody, you know, like when they give out their business cards and stuff at the fairs, which used to
Yeah.
exist, keep those. Remember who they are. Greet them by name if you can. Have like a real relationship with somebody, and then you could just be like, "Hey, Gerald." Um, this is a super cool guy in admissions at Seattle Law School, by the way. I met him when he was at Golden Gate in San Francisco. With Gerald, you'd be like, "Hey, Gerald, I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can do. Am I cool here? Like, do you need anything from me?" Gerald's not going to be mad at you for that. Gerald's going to be like, "Oh yeah, I remember you."
Yeah.
It's nothing but a point in your favor as long as you're not clogging up Gerald's inbox every week with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Here, let me give an example just to like try to illustrate this point a little bit more. You said someone gives you their business card, right? So let's say you somehow like get the contact information for one of these people, maybe at these virtual meetings now, right? A really simple thing to do is as soon as that meeting's over, say something like, it was nice to meet you. I look forward to applying. And if you're paying attention and you're really like tuned into this person, smart people drop one line about the person, right? Like, good luck in your travels next week. Like you were listening to them talk and they're talking about how they're going to go travel somewhere with their family. And you say, I hope you have fun in, New York. Bye. You're not asking them to reply. You're not doing anything, but you're being nice. You're creating a relationship with them. And it's short. Those are the kinds of things that you can do, but people just, I don't know, I'm so worried that there's just so many people who don't get it and it becomes like overwhelming and it's not a real connection. It's obviously just gaming the system.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They want to admit you. They need people. They need bodies in their
Yeah.
school. They need your numbers if you're a scholarship applicant or scholarship candidate, they need your numbers. They want to admit you. They know that they're going to have to give you a scholarship to admit you. If you're on the wait list, you're probably not a scholarship candidate. In most cases, you're probably just kind of squeaking in, but they do still need people to come to their school and pay tuition. They need people who are going to accept their offer if they offer. So they have waitlisted you so that they can open up this flirtation to be sure that you're going to go if they admit you. And they also want like quality, friendly, professional, successful people at their school. So if you have a relationship, a nice conversation with them, and if you just casually keep in touch over the course of the spring, they might not make the final decision on you until the summer. That has nothing to do, by the way, really with you. It's just that they have other better candidates that they've already made offers to, and they're trying to get those people in on seat deposits and stuff. Yeah. But if you're nice and hang around and let them know that you're interested, they'll maybe remember you and they'll be like, oh yeah, that person. Yeah. You know, they're going to say yes if they've kept in touch. They're going to say yes if we admit them. Let's give them a shot. That's what you're going for, right? If you want to pay tuition for law school, which you shouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, my real answer to all these waitlist questions is, why are you on the wait list?
It's a good point. You shouldn't be going to a school that's waitlisting you. You should be going to a school that wants to give you money.
That's not to say that it's impossible, lest we get 1,000 emails saying, oh, boy, I got a scholarship. Yeah, I know. There are exceptions to all this stuff. But like for this cycle, for people starting law school in 2021, most of the people who are going to get scholarships have already got their offers.
Yeah.
We get emails every day with scholarship offers. And those aren't waitlist people. Those are people who got admitted and got an offer most of the time. So don't pay for law school probably means don't go to law school off of the wait list anyway.